basically depends upon the divide and conquer approach. Okay, divide and conquer approach means you have to divide the whole subproblem of size n into small subproblems. Okay, and then you have to use the recursive structure so that you can get the solution. Finally, you have to solve the problem. So if the problem size is n, if your problem size is n, then first of all divide this problem into two halves, each of size n by 2. Okay, here we divide it into two halves, that's why n by 2. If you divide it in b number of subproblems, then size will be, each subproblem will be n by b size. Okay, then again you have to divide it, here in this case you have to divide equal to halves. So that's why the recursion relation looks like Tn. Tn is the time taken for solving the problem with size n. So T of n by 2. Here we divide the problem into size equal half. So that's why T of n by 2 plus some other function. This function is called, we know that this is called a toll function. This actually toll function uh, helps to split, to divide the problems and then combine the problems. So Fn, it is actually the cost of division and combination of your subproblems. Okay, Fn, this is called your toll function, and Tn is equal to T of n by 2. So in case of quick sort and merge sort, as two halves are equally required, that's why 2 into n by 2. Okay, in case of binary search, we have to divide it into two halves, but other half is discarded, that's why 1 into t of n by 2. Okay, so that's why this is 1 for binary search, and for quick sort and merge sort this is 2. Okay, depending upon the recursion relation, you can easily find out the complexity for quick sort, merge sort, binary search, etc. Okay, now mm, so divide, so quick sort is basically depends upon the divide and conquer algorithm. So first of all, divide step. Divide step means partition the array. The array runs from uh, first index is p and last index is r. Okay, into two sub arrays. Array, first sub array runs from p to q minus 1 and second sub array runs from q plus 1 to r. In such that each element of p to q minus 1 array is less than or equals to aq, which is in turn less than or equal to the each element of q plus 1 to r. Okay, so actually q is your pivot point. First of all, in case of today we will discuss about the Lomoto partitioning, that is here we choose the last point as the pivot point. Okay, last element of your array is the pivot element. So we have to replace, we have to put the uh, pivot point in its proper position. That is, aq is the proper, q is the proper position. Okay, now uh, so this is your array. First of all, this is your array A. This array runs from, this is the first index P, and this is your last index R. Okay, last index R. Now this is your array. So now you have to divide this array into two halves, equal to halves. So this is AP to Q minus 1 if this is your Q index. If let this is your Q index, so P to Q minus 1, so all elements are less than equals to Q and all elements are greater than equals to Q. So this is from Q plus 1 to R. So Q plus 1, this is, sorry, these are greater than, all elements are greater than equals to your Q. Okay, so after division of the array, it looks like first sub array So this subarray runs from P to Q minus 1, P to Q minus 1. This is your Q minus 1. Second element, AQ. This is AQ. And third subarray, actually, this is your second subarray. So, second subarray runs from Q plus 1. So, that's why this is the division step. Next, Next one is the conquer. Sort the two subarrays recursively. So this is the recursive definition. Sort the two subarrays P to Q minus 1, Q plus 1 to R by recursive calls to quicksort. Okay. So next you have to recursively solve. Again, you have to split this subarray and this subarray, and finally find out the entire solution. Actually, AQ is placed in its proper position. All the elements in the left subarray are less than equals to Q, and all the elements in the right subarray are greater than equals to Q. Now combined, since the subarrays are shorted in place, no work is needed to combine them. The entire array AP to R is now shorted. So divide and conquer approach. So here, uh, could you please tell me what is the value of n, a value of fn total function? Actually, this total function is used for division and combination of the uh, array. Any idea regarding the fn value? Am I audible? What is the value of fn function? What is the value? Order of the fn function. So what is the order?
Sir, often
Order of
in
Ohmika order of,
sir.
yes, order of n. Why n? Because we have to deal with a number of elements. You have to split a number of elements. Finally, you have to conquer them and combine them. Okay, so you have to compute your entire work upon a number of elements. That's why your total function fn value is of order n. Okay. Now, if you solve using substitution method or recurrence tree or master theorem, Tn is equal to 2Tn by 2 plus order of n, then it belongs to case number 2. If you use the master theorem, then the final complexity will be order of log n or n log n,
n log n.
n log, order of n log n. Okay. But in case of binary search, the value will be Tn is equal to 1 into T of n by 2, because here we have to discard the other half in case of binary search. Plus plus here the fn value is 1, constant value. Fn is constant because in case of binary search, we are searching for a particular value. That's why this is the constant value. Fn is constant in case of binary search. So the recurrence in case of binary search is Tn is equal to binary search is Tn for binary search. Also, it depends upon the divide and conquer. Tn is equal to T of n by 2, 1 into T of n by 2 constant constant plus some constant, that is 1. So what is the complexity for binary search? You can easily solve this recurrence by either using substitution method or recurrence tree or master theorem. You can get order of log n. So for quick shot and merge shot, the complexity is order of n log n. For binary search, the complexity is order of n. Sorry, log n. Okay. Now this is the quick shot function. This is the quick shot function. Uh, so quick shot the arguments are your array, you can just use this algorithm. Just write down this algorithm in any compiler, DevC or DevC or code block. You can get the output. It is almost done. Quick short is equal to a quick short. Arguments are your array A. Just hold on. So quick short, is it visible to you? This page is visible to you or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so quick short, first argument is your array, next one is your first index, and then the last index, APR. Okay, so if P is less than R, obviously this is true, P is less than R, then you have to use this partition function. So partition function, it has also three arguments, APR, and put the partition value in the queue. Okay, and then line number 3 and 4 are used for recursive quick short calling. Recursive call. Quick short A P Q minus 1 A Q plus 1 R. That is, you have to now call for this particular sub array and this sub array. So quick short for A, first index P and last index is Q minus 1. For the second array, Q plus 1 is the second argument and R is the last argument. Okay. So A, P, Q minus 1, A, Q plus 1 and R. So here this Q is called the pivot point. Partition A, P, R. This is stored in Q. So quick short function contains these four lines. Okay. Now partition function. So partition function, here the partition function contains total 8 lines. Very easy. So first of all, AR, that is the last index is copied in a X value. Okay. And your I runs for the uh, uh, left side, that is I is equal to P minus 1. Now for J, P to R minus 1, if your array value is less than your last index value, then first increment the I, then exchange AI and AR. And after the whole completion of line number 3 to 6, that is after the completion of your for loop, finally exchange AI plus 1 and AR. Okay. So let we use array. Okay, 2871. So 2, 8, 7, 1, 2871, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3564, 6 and 4. Okay, now we have to apply the quick short function. So first of all, quick short, line number 1, P is less than R. So what is P? This is your P and this is your R. This is the array A. So yes, P is less than R. First index is obviously less than the last index. So second line is call the partition function and store the result in a queue. So first, AR is copied in X. AR is copied in X. So what is the X value? Value of X will be anyone?
4.
4. Value of X will be 4 because AR is copied in a X. Next one is I is equal to P minus 1. So P starts from this. So I will be at outside your left boundary. So I runs from P minus 1. Okay. Next, for J is equal to line number 3. J is equal to P to R minus 1. So J runs up to R minus 1. So what is the value of J initial? J runs from P. So at the first index. Okay. Now, if AJ is less than equals to X, AJ is less than equals to X, is it true? Your AJ at the first iteration, AJ is less than is equal to X. Is it true or false? So what is the value
True.
of
True.
what is the value of AJ at the first iteration? AJ value will be 2. So 2 is less than 4. Yes, this is true. Next, then I is equal to I plus 1. So increase the value of I. So new I value will be at this position. Okay. I will be at this position. Then exchange AI with AJ. AI with AJ. So exchange 2 with itself. AI with AI with AJ. Okay. So 2 is exchanged with itself. Okay. Next, increment the value of J. So increment the value of J. So next J value will be at this position. Okay. Now AJ is less than is equal to X. So what is the AJ value? Your AJ value is 8. So 8 is less than equals to 4. This is false. This is false. So here 2 is less than is equal to 4. That's why true. Okay. So line number 5 will not be executed. Similarly, line number 6. Next, increment the value of J. Okay. So increment the value of J. So value of J will be at this position. Okay. Next, 7. 7 is less than is equal to 4. False. False. So increment the value of J. Again, increment the value of J. J will be at this position. Okay. So what should I do now? Anyone, please?
Swap 1 and 8.
Yes. So 1 is less than equals to 4. Yes, true. Your AJ is less than is equal to X. So then first increment I. So first increment the value of I. So increment the value of I. I will be at this position. Okay. Next, exchange AI with AJ. So AI with AJ. So 1 and 8 will be exchanged. 1 and 8. So this will be your 1 and this will be your 8. Okay. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now exchange complete, line number 6 complete. Now again we have to compute line number 3. So increment j value. So j now pointing at these positions. 3, 3, 3 is less than is equal to 4. Yes, true. Then what should I do? 3 is less than is equal to 4. True. What should I do?
Increment I.
Increment I. And then exchange. Then exchange. So 7 and 3. 7 and 3. So this will be your 3 and this will be your 7. 7 and 3. Okay. Next one. Complete. Next increment j. 5 is less than 4. No, false. Increment j. So 6 is less than is equal to 4. False. Now this is r minus 1. This is your r minus 1. So your execution stops here. Now line number 7. Exchange ai plus 1 with ar. ai plus 1. What is the value of I plus 1? What is the position of I plus 1? This one. So exchange this one and this one. So exchange line number 7, exchange ai plus 1 with ar. So exchange 4 and 8. So this will be your 4 and this will be your 8. Okay. So this is your 4, this is your 4 and this is your 8. So what is the Q value? What is the Q value? Actually Q, it returns I plus 1. So partition function will return the I plus 1 value. So this middle one is your pivot point. This is your pivot point. Okay. All the elements are less than equals to 4 and all the elements in the right subarray are greater than equals to 4. Okay. Now again you have to use line number 3 is quick short a p q minus 1. Line number 4, that is for right subarray, a q plus 1 and r. Now 2 1 3. So first of all 2 1 3 left subarray 2. This is your 1, second one, and last one is 3. So this is p. Okay, this is your r, pr. Okay, so this is I. So x value here, x is equal to
3.
last one pivot, x is equal to 3. So j runs from this. So at first j aj is less than is equal to x. 2 is less than is equal to 3. Yes, true. Then increment I and exchange I. Okay. So I is incremented at this position. So I is incremented at this position and this 2 is exchanged with itself. Okay. Next, increment the value of j. Okay. So 1 is less than is equal to 3. 1 is less than is equal to, that is aj is less than x. Yes. 1 is less than is equal to 3. So first of all, increment I. So increment I, okay, and exchange 1 with itself, okay. Next, so j runs up to this position. J runs up to this position, r minus 1. J runs up to r minus 1. Line number 3, p to r minus 1. So line number 3 to line number 6 for the left subarray is complete. Now exchange a I plus 1 and a r. So a I plus 1 and a r. So I plus 1 is 3, ai plus 1. So 3 is exchanged with itself. So actually it means that 3 is placed in the proper position. All the elements are less than equals to 3. All the elements are less than equals to 3. 3 is placed in the proper position. Now again you have to recursively solve these 2 and 1. 2 and 1. So 2 and 1. For this is your R and this is your P. This is the I, okay, and this is J. So X value is 1. Here X value is 1. So 2 is uh, less than 1. So AJ is less than equals to 1. False. This is false. Okay, this is false. So line number 5 and 6 will not be executed, and there will be only single iteration because J runs up to R minus 1. Now exchange I plus 1 with AR. So what is the value of I plus 1? What is the value of I plus 1 here? I is at this position. So exchange 2 and 1. Exchange your 2 and 1. So this will be 1 and this will be 2. 1 and 2. This is your 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Next 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you have to short 7, 5, 6, 8 using this particular algorithm. Any confusion? Any queries regarding the quick shot? Anyone? Pritam?
No, sir, it is clear.
Okay. Now, insertion short. Okay. So for insertion short, just 1 second, one more. So this is the balanced best case partitioning. TN is actually best case for quick short is if you divide in equal to halves, okay, T of 2T n by 2 plus order of n. And worst case partitioning, what is the worst case? Very important for your written exam. Worst case partitioning, for worst case partitioning, that is worst case means if your quick short is, if your array is already shorted, okay, if your array is already shorted, then if let your array is already shorted, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a shorted array. Okay. Now, if you apply the quick short algorithm, then there will be so this is n, size is n. So left subtree will contain one element and right subtree will contain n minus 1 shorted element. Again, if you divide this into two halves, so this will contain 1, this is already shorted, and this will be n minus 2, n minus 2. Okay, so this is the recurrence relation. Tn is equal to T of n minus 1, and actually this is T of particular, for a particular node, the computation is T of 0. That's why T of 0. Okay, so T of 0 is 0. Size of on array of size 0 returns. That's why T of n minus 1 plus order of n. So its complexity, if you solve this, its complexity is order of n square. Okay. Actually, this is the recurrence tree. So here, this is the worst case. Actually, this one in here one subproblem of size 0 and second subproblem of size n minus 1. Actually, 0 means there will be only one particular element, and this is n of n minus 1. Again, you will get left side is 1 and right side is n minus 2. In this way, you can get the whole complexity is order of n square in case of worst case. Okay. Okay, now we will discuss about the insertion sort. Okay, so this is your insertion sort. Just like insertion sort means just put your put your value in a already sorted. So here, let your left hand contains 2, 4, 5, 10, 4 cards. Okay, left hand 2, 4, 5, and 10. Now in the your right hand contains card number 7. Now you have to place, if you use the insertion sort, the main idea behind insertion sort is that place these 7 in the sorted sequence. Okay, in such a manner that the all other entries before 7 are already sorted. 2, 4, 5 already sorted. Okay, 7 is placed in a already sorted array. This is the main idea behind insertion sort. So insertion sort, J runs from, first of all, we have to take an array. J runs from 2 to length of array. So let we take an example. Five, 2, 4, 6. 5, 2, 4, 6, 1, 3. 1 and finally 3. You have to sort this array. So this is array using insertion sort. So for the algorithm is that this is the algorithm. Total 8 lines will be there. Actually 7 lines will be there. J runs from 2 to a dot length. Actually this is the old edition book. In the new edition book, it is written as a dot length. So what is the a dot length here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a dot length. So what is a dot length? A dot length is 6. So J runs from 2 to a dot length. Okay. Now key is equal to aj. So at the first step, what is the value of key? Key is equal to anyone?
2.
Key is equal to 2. So J runs from 2 to J runs from 2 to a dot length. A dot length is 6. Now insert aj. Insert aj, line number 3. This is the comment line. Okay, actually this particular sign is the comment. Line number 3. Insert aj into the sorted sequence 1 to j minus 1. Just like here, insert this 7. If this is aj, line number 7 is your aj is 7, number 7. So insert this aj into the sorted sequence of 1 to j minus 1. So 2, 4, 5, these are already sorted. So insert this 7 in the sorted sequence of a1 through aj minus 1. Okay. Now I is equal to j minus 1. So I is equal to j minus 1. So what is the value of I? I is j minus 1. Initially I is j minus 1. So I is this. Now while I is greater than 0 and ai is greater than key. Is it true for our particular instance? Is it true? What is ai value? Ai value is 5. So 5 is greater than 2. At the same time, your I is greater than 0 because I runs from 1. So AI is copied in the AI plus 1 and next decrement I. So AI, line number 6, according to line number 6, AI is copied into AI plus 1. So what should I do? Anyone? What should I do? Any idea?
Uh,
অর্কপ্রভ,
yes, sir.
কি করব?
Sir, allocate দেখান।
এই তো কি করব?
2 or 5 swap
এটা কি সোয়াপ বললাম আমি?
gets copied actually.
Line number 6, AI is copied in AI plus 1. So AI plus 1, AI is copied in AI plus 1. This is 5. Okay. Next one is decrement the value of I. So what is the next I value? I is decremented here. Okay. And finally, key is copied in AI plus 1. So what is the value of key? Key is 2. 2 is copied in AI plus 1. So 2 is copied here. So 2 is copied here. 2 and 5. Basically, these 2, 5 are shorted. These 2, 5 are shorted. Now 4. Next iteration. Okay, line number 8 complete. Now again line number 1, increment the value of j. So increment the value of j. So value of j will be now at this position. Okay. So key is equal to aj. Key is equal to aj. So next key value will be your key value will be 4. Now I is equal to j minus 1. So what is the value of I? What is the value of I? Not getting
5.
anything. I will be 2. Actually, this is the index value, not 5. Next, while I is greater than 0, yes, greater than 0. At the same time, AI is greater than key. Is it possible? AI, so 5 is greater than key. Yes, greater than key. So greater than key. So copy AI at AI plus 1. So copy AI at AI plus 1. So 5 is copied here. So 5 is copied here. Okay. And I is I minus 1. I is I minus 1. So I will be decremented. I will be decremented. Okay. I will be decremented. Now, while I is greater than 0, yes, I is greater than 0, and AI is greater than key. What is the value of AI? Here the value of AI is 2. Now, 2 is greater than key. So key is this. So this is false. Okay. This is false. Okay. So just stopping out from the loop. decrement the loop, decrement the I value. Now exchange key is equal to ai plus 1, key is equal to ai plus 1. So value of key is 4. So this will be copied in this position. 4. 2, 4, 5. This is already shorted. 2, 4, 5. This is a shorted sequence. Now 6. Now again increment the value of j, 6. Now I will be at this position. Okay, j minus 1. Next, I is greater than 0. Yes, true. And ai is greater than key. Is it possible? ai is greater than key. False. So false. So it will not be executed. Okay. So 6 will be at its proper position. So 2, 4, 5, 6. This is already shorted. In this way, you can propagate your algorithm. Any queries regarding quick short, insertion short? Anyone? Please ask me. Please clarify your doubts.
Why should we use this?
Insertion short, this is just a shorting technique. Its worst case is order of n square. Why you use bubble short? Just a normal shorting technique. Bubble short, insertion short, selection short, both are of order of n square. Merge and quick, order of n log n. There will be heap short, counting short, radix short. Several types of shorting algorithms will be there. In case of VLSI chip design, there will be another several shorting algorithms will be there. Okay. Any confusion regarding this algorithm? How it works? So 5 and 2. So 2, 5, 2, 5 are placed in the proper position, and next 4. So 2, 5, 4, 6 up to 2, 5, 4, 6. Next, you have to compare this particular one at figure number D. This particular one, this particular one is compared with 6. So 6 is shifted in the one position. Next, 5 is shifted to position number 6. In this way, 1 is placed in the proper position. So this arrow shows the shifting. Any queries